This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com with a daily wrestling news update. Cody Rhodes had successful surgery on his torn pec today, according to his wife, Brandy. Who knows how long he'll be out? Could be up to 6 months. I guess time will tell. It'll definitely kill his momentum a bit, for sure, and leave a big gap in WWE's roster for a star, which might be why they're bringing John Cena back at the end of the month. Dynamite's rating was down to a 0.34 this week. And a lot of people have brought this to my attention. I wasn't going to comment on it at first, but enough people have messaged me about it. I will put it in the news today. Jake the Snake does a DDP Snake Pit podcast now, which, by the way, coincidentally, I just finished doing some DDP yoga. And he discussed MJF's quote-unquote pipe bomb Dynamite promo and had this to say. Of course, he does work for AEW. He said, quote, "For me, it makes me sick. It really did. I couldn't believe how he no-showed a signing. It's a big thing. Tony loves these signing and want these guys out there. And for me, you don't miss stuff like that. This is your fans, your fan base. These people are paid to get out there, and you no-showed." And he also, and then quote on that, and he also didn't like the promo alleging that he's going to have heat with the people in the locker room over it. But my main point of that is Jake the Snake works for AEW. And so far, this has been the most talked about angle AEW has done this year. And I believe the whole no-showing the signing was a work. Just like the promo was a work, just like taking him off of Dynamite and Rampage openings is a work. It's all an angle. And Jake the Snake is just playing into the angle as he works for AEW. And it's the most interesting thing AEW has going for it right now. So that's my opinion on it. If they were truly mad at him for no showing a signing, why would you reward him with promo time? And then, as many people have said, they never cut off his live mic, including Don Pritchard. They just let him go off. So people are buying into this angle, and they're doing a good job of creating some suspension of disbelief in wrestling, which hasn't been done for a while. And this proves that it can still work in wrestling, and people should try harder at that. Salute to you too, Dr. Smith X. And by the way, I did put the link in the description to a video of Harry Smith talking about his confrontation with Jake the Snake Roberts a few years ago at WrestleMania, and I believe it was Orlando. I was around that weekend too. And Harry Smith apparently said in a recent interview that was reported on in several news outlets that I guess WWE was apparently going to call him the Stampede Stud in his last WWE run, where I guess he was signed to a contract for like 7 months, but only ended up having one dark match. So for whatever reason, they let him go. Harvey says MJF is turning face, or he is the biggest heel in the company. Well, apparently he was cheered during that pipe bomb interview, and as Dave Meltzer reported in the Wrestling Observer, some of the mistakes that he felt, and I do agree with Dave Meltzer on this. I'm neutral regarding Dave Meltzer. He did say that it was weird that they had Wardlow decimate him and him stretchered out at the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Then a couple of days later, he appears in this pipe bomb promo, and they don't even really refer to the Wardlow thing, where he was basically destroyed. And also, like, the fact that he was cheered for talking about how they're pushing these ex-WWE guys like CM Punk makes AEW look a little weak in some ways. And in case you guys didn't hear my last report, CM Punk had leg surgery the other day that was also a success. Kevin Sullivan in the podcast I posted with him yesterday talking about Great American Bash 2000 also discussed the Cody Rhodes and CM Punk injuries. Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at The Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Hannibal TV.